call in the first quarter.
Thank you, Josh. The Saints come into this undefeated. The Cats yet to record a win as we get underway. Torpy's going to pick it up and then be set upon straight away by Abby McDonald back into the side this week. She took last week off after just a lazy 35 disposals back in round one, so the Cats will be very happy to have her back in the side as Nikolitzis pumps it forward for the Saints. Cranny had first hands on it, out to Friend, back to Nikolitzis, evades one tackler, not the second. Got the handball away, but the Cats defence standing strong early on. Friend wins it back, just pops it high. Fist on it from Taylor. Phillips had her handball partially smothered. Another touch here for Friend. Off to Nikolitzis. Kick towards a square is marked by Hunt. It was a wobbly old thing, but Hunt able to take it on the chest. And Josh, she's kicked 5 of the Saints' 9 goals coming into today and make that 6 of 10. She has had a terrific start to season 2024.
She absolutely has, and was in a nice position to take that mark as well in front of her opponent. Boots that one through. She kicked 3 last week, as you say, a couple in round 1, and she's had a cracking start to season 2024 and a really positive start to this game as well.
And you wouldn't believe it, but she had actually never played at this level until round 1.
Yeah, wow. Extraordinary stuff. So back in the middle, and it's the Southern Saints with an early lead in the first quarter of play. Plummer from out of the centre, and Geelong are able to work the ball inside their attacking 50. The target there was Mason, who was just caught from behind. Coming through was Pratt there for Geelong, applying pressure. And likewise Matthews, Caitlin Matthews in there for the Southern Saints. It looks to be a stalemate out there on the outer side, and the umpire will cross his arms and toss this ball back into play. So 4 changes for the Southern Saints for today, 3 changes for Geelong as the ball's tossed up on the outer side. A hand pass away, Geelong can come forward. McDonald got the hand pass towards her teammate there in Plummer, and it's gone through. And that is a wonderful goal from Brooke Plummer, and Geelong respond very quickly. It's a goal apiece in the first 2 minutes of this game.
Yeah, great finish from Plummer, as you mentioned, Josh. She was one of their best last week. I was there at that game, a 96-point beating from the Box Hill Hawks. But it should be noted, the Hawks are playing with half an AFLW lineup at the moment. So they're going to embarrass a lot of teams if that's going to continue, and probably not a true reflection of how good the Cats may be.
For sure.
She was one of their best with 17 disposals last week to lead the side. Caitlin Reid was one of their other best, the ruck, but she's not out there this week as we're back in the middle. Torpy breaks one tackle and wobbles it towards half forward. Fuller bumped off it. Well done there by DeAngelis. Chiseling ball into the pocket is held by Phillips. Gives it back to DeAngelis. Top of the square, looking for that woman Hunt. Can't drag it in. DeAngelis goes back in and follows up. Hunt able to get their hands free. Lang scrambles it towards goal, and it's bounced through. Goal for goal stuff to start this one. It's been a thrilling beginning. The Saints have 2 of the first 3.
It's a real shootout at the moment. This is really good to watch. Quick movement of the footy from both sides. There's clear intent to move that footy quickly. We've got pretty good conditions as well this morning.
Yeah, a little bit windy as always.
Yeah, a little bit windy
backing
here.
onto Port Phillip Bay.
Yep. But in terms of the ground, it's nice and dry, a good cover of grass. So pretty much perfect conditions for footy. And certainly reflected on the scoreboard as well. 2 straight 12 to 1 straight 6. It's the Southern Saints by 6 points. Applying a strong tackle there, McDonald holding the ball. So she'll be rewarded in the middle of the ground, McDonald. And as you mentioned, Michael, 35 disposals in round 1 at GMHBA Stadium. She was sensational for them, as was Sharp as well. Poppy Sharp, she just chips the ball short again, and they're tinkering around with it at the moment. Gooden takes the mark, pops the kick up inside attacking 50. Flying from the back there was Mason. Ball spills at ground level McDonald in there again, trying to burrow her way through. The ball spills loose. Strong tackle again from Zoe Cowan to lock things up. And we'll have a stoppage at centre half forward in favour of Geelong.
Just look a lot better, that Cats midfield, with McDonald back in it. And here she is on cue. Handball intercepted though, so she lays the strong tackle. Ball spilled free. Plain just put it on the boot and got it out of the area. 2-on-2. Friend has been busy early on. Inboard kick, finds Lang. Goes back to Friend, one of 3 AFLW listed Saints out there. In fact, make that 4. To Wrigley on debut. Tregellis is going to have her kick cut off by Cranny, who was stout and sturdy in defence last week under an immense Box Hill barrage.
And now Molly Walton with the footy from North Ballarat. All that kick was dangerous. It was carried by the wind, flown towards the boundary line. Taylor, eyes to the middle, her intended target there, Larkins, just dropped the mark. It was taken there by Friend, who pops the kick up inside the forward 50. Walton got it back for Geelong. Strong tackle though, not rewarded by the umpire. The kick goes forward, up towards full forward. And Geelong defence now under immense pressure. Cranny's got it on the outer side. She runs and then kicks towards the outer wing. It's a floating ball. Getting back there, DeAngelis there for the Southern Saints. She gets the hand pass inboard, and now the kick up towards the Ryan direction. Charlotte Ryan takes the mark, plays on, kicks inside the forward 50. Walton front position there for Geelong. Spilt the mark, coming through Tregellis, but a free kick whistle on play is going the way here of Geelong. A holding free kick, and Walton will take it.
Been under pressure early, the Cats defence, but they've stood up well. Cross ground to Fuller. 15 touches for her last week. Most of the Cats leading ball winners in that game against Box Hill were defenders. This kick's cut off by Tregellis. The Saints coming off a big win over the Falcons last week. And they beat Collingwood in round 1 at Moorabbin. Tregellis' kick well wide. And it's going to be Plummer, one of 3 AFLW listed Cats, to bring it back into play. Short lead ignored. She's going to go long to a contest. Tall timber there to Groot. Got a hand to it. Bryant playing her first VFLW game off the Geelong Falcons list in the Coates League. High ball for the Saints inside 50. Walton just bangs it on the boot, and might be a good result here. They've got runners, the Cats. Firth is one of them. Had a little bit of a fumble, then she's caught. Foran got her. Fantastic tackle, will be rewarded.
Absolutely, right in front of our broadcast position this morning. So Foran with the footy. Looks inboard. A few players there. Effective kick. Duttridge takes the mark. A left foot kick. Pierces the middle of the ground. Aughty now. Looks up inside the forward 50. Hunt was charging out on a lead, which she held. She picks the footy up, dabs the pass in towards full forward. Fuller defending for Geelong with Brown for the Saints, and in the end it's a stalemate again, and the umpire will intervene. So Southern Saints with a stoppage inside their forward 50. Walton through her hands, and the ball spills loose. Phillips was there for the Saints. At the back of the contest, Hines just lost the footy momentarily. It spilt towards the back of the contest. Umpire lingers and will call for it once again. So the scoring has dried up, but still a really good contest.
Approaching the halfway mark of the opening term. 2-1 in favour of the Saints. Nicolitsis flashing through. Couldn't quite keep the handle. She's still going though. Pressure is fantastic towards the square. Mark not held. This could be danger for the Cats. Stewart able to get it out to Larkins, who just puts it high in the air, and that'll be a push in the back. Yep, umpire pointed the wrong way. It's going to be Southern Saints ball. Guttridge sets it up. Hunt read it well. Couldn't take the mark though. Phillips intercepted the handball, then centering kick. Nicolitsis in the area. Guttridge as well. Couldn't mark it. Lang missed.
Well, they're looking dangerous in that passage of play. A few opportunities coming forward. Can Geelong exit their defence? The back line is held up reasonably okay. Phillip from full back. Looks towards this near side. Wobbles the kick and just spilling the mark. At an inopportune time was Brianna Pratt. And out of bounds. Umpire to toss this ball back into play.
Friend already up to 6 disposals for the Saints. DeAngelis has 5 for the Cats.
So tossed in. Bucks hanging on. Gooden at the back, got her own ball. Kicks up towards the wing. Good contest. Boyd worked her way to the front. Still going, Boyd. But coming through Plummer very strongly. She was wrapped up, though, in a really good tackle by Lang. And the umpire is going to toss this up again. True centre wing position on the broadcast side of the ground. Plummer has started well for Geelong. Whistle on play. It's going the way here of the Saints, and they can repel their attack from the wing.
40 won the free, got it off to Eno. Wobbly kick towards half forward. Bad bounce for the Saints, but they'll win it back. DeAngelis, Nikolitsis just hammers it long, looking for the target in Hunt. Difficult one to read in flight, doing really well in the end, the Cats' defence. They're still in danger. DeAngelis has been really busy to start this game. She goes to ground, taken for the Cats by Firth, and that mark is really important just to settle things down. They've had to defend a lot early on, these Cats. Out wide they go, and that'll be a free paid to Mason. Former Geelong Falcon herself now finds herself on the AFLW list. Towards half forward, to an outnumber though. The Saints have this covered. Plain couldn't quite handle the loose ball though. Mason goes again, overran it. Lang extracts. Forward, Phillips. Couldn't get to it. And now the Cats a chance to go forward. It's messy stuff from both sides. The ball is loose. Hines puts the tackle on McNeil. And we'll throw it up right half forward with the Saints leading by 7.
So tossed up by the umpire. At the back of the pack. And then spill towards, would have been Ryan. And a free kick though. Incorrect disposal. And so Geelong can come forward once again. Firth has it, runs around. Sends the kick deep into attack. And the mark has been taken. And a good mark as well. Pratt. Brianna Pratt at the front of the pack. Took the mark. It was a floating ball, but it was well judged. And now she's going to give it off. And de Groot takes the mark. Slightly better angle. Directly in front. And we'll have to kick from about 35 metres out. Cheryl de Groot. The first 2 games for Geelong so far in season 2024. De Groot to come in. Geelong looking for their second. The kick is on its way and it's off towards the right-hand side. Through for a minor score. So 1-1-7, playing 2-1-13, and it's the Saints by 6 points.
So it's the Saints' turn to play defence. See if the Cats can lock it in. Boyd sends it long. Torpy and Tregellis the targets. Neither able to take the mark. Tregellis had it for a moment, then lost it. Through the congestion, Firth, but it took 2 Saints to bring her down. Approaching the latter stages of this opening term. Had 3 goals in the space of 5 minutes to start, but nothing in terms of majors since. McKeegan tracking this ball. Went to ground, opens the door for Phillips, into the middle. Dangerous ball, Birchall. Patrolling that outer wing early on, is taken to ground by Friend. And she had it too long. So Friend, disposal number 7, wants to go quickly. Has Lang on her own at half forward. Hunt's one-on-one. But she's going to go more central than that, but not a great ball. It's cut off by Cranny.
So Cranny deep in defence. Looks out wide. Walton takes the mark for Geelong. Keen to move things on. Walton just chips it over the top. All dangerous kick it was, because closing was Caitlin Matthews. Forces the ball at ground level and will get a stoppage. Caitlin Matthews, it's a fine effort to spoil that ball. And a stoppage now. Inside the Southern Saints attack. Tossed up again by the umpire. It's moved towards that boundary line, and now a scrap at ground level. Players in and under and locking things up. Zoe Cowan for Geelong. A secondary stoppage, not far from the previous. Tossed up, Gooden worked her way to the front, tracking that ball to Gellis. Socket off the ground. The Saints are there, and they go into attack once more. Hunt, the target, couldn't take the mark. She gets it back now, though. She snaps towards goal, and it's just missing. Towards the left-hand side, a minor score. So 2-2-14, the Southern Saints. Geelong are 1-1-7, 16 minutes gone in this first quarter.
First behind of the season for Hunt. As the Cats through Cranny, send it back into play. Mark taken by Birchall. Back pocket. Former AFLW listed Tiger. Up the line. Ball gets to the back, and the Cats could be dangerous here. Hanging on there is McNeil. Over the top, looking for McDonald, who evades one tackler. To Cowan, to Sharp. What can she create going inside 50? Ball gets to the back. Boyd, nervy moments for her. It's taken by Mason, who just misses. The pressure almost creating a goal there for the Cats.
Well, you wouldn't want to be in Boyd's shoes on that occasion. Ferran now for the Saints from full back. Try and negotiate exiting their defensive half of the ground. Gooden, strong, not rewarded with the mark. Laying at the back. And it was taken by Tregellis, who got it towards her teammate. Getting it away was Torpy. Tregellis again, stripped of the footy. Fuller goes in. Nikolitsis with the pressure. The ball spilled out. Bryant spilt it. Fuller again with a tackle alongside McDonald to lock things up as Lang comes from the ground and get a stoppage. Inside the centre square, McDonald roaming around the stoppage. First to the footy was Zoe Cowan. The free kick will come back to her. So Zoe Cowan with the Sharon in hand. Looks further up the line, inside attacking 50. Shap was at the back, and then eyes for the footy for Rand. She brings it back towards this near side. Well done from Torpy. Worked her out of the front. They got the hand pass away. Off towards Boyd. Boyd up to the wing. Fuller was at the front, but at the back was Brown. She won the foot race, but Fuller did well to go back and retrieve that ball. She helps it towards Taylor, and then Taylor a careful kick, and she finds McNeil.
Needed to take that because it would have been turnover station if she didn't. The Cats affect the switch. This is Birchall. Sharp wants it short in the corridor, and the kick goes in that direction. Out wide now to McKeegan. Up the line. Not going to get to Mason on the full. And that'll be a lasso. 45 seconds remain in the opening term. Enough time for a goal for either side, but things that have to go perfectly from this point on. Long up the line. First hands to it from Orty, but the Cats able to mop up. Plummer, dangerous ball. Mark not taken in the end by Marr, and the Saints turn it over. Guttridge, 15 seconds to go. Gets the hands free. Torpy. Shoots it out to Plain. Has a target on in the pocket. It's going to be a downfield free kick anyway. Brown plays on from deep in the pocket and misses. And that is the final act of the opening quarter at Trevor Barker Beach Oval in Sandringham. The Saints 2-2-14, Geelong 1-2-8.
Ball in the second quarter.
It'll be Torpy and Gooden in the ruck, with the Saints leading by 7. Neither got a hand on it. Tregellis, Nikolitzis, wore 2 of them and got rid of them with contempt. Clearing ball. Lang got a favourable bounce, and Tregellis flashing through. Phillips waited for it on the bounce. Ended up being a good move. Nikolitzis little fumble, but she burns them off. Drives it goalward and just misses. Nikolitzis is a problem in the middle of the ground.
She was hard at the footy then. That was good to watch.
8 disposals for her.
And so Geelong through Cranny. She kicks towards the pocket. Hannah Birchall takes the mark. Over the top again to Fuller. Plays on, gets round Lang. Fuller kept going. Drives a kick up towards the wing. Big pack at the drop. Sharp was there, got the hand pass away. And then the kick towards half forward. Just pulling the mark was Stewart. And trying to sock her off the ground was Mason. Ended up receiving the footy and then looks out wide. Kicking it inboard there was Pratt. And then Sharp again, but the Southern Saints able to stand up in defence, and Lang takes the mark at half back. Head on a swivel. Looking for options. Lang pulls the kick short and effective as well, because take the mark here is Friend.
Most disposals on the ground for Friend. That's number 10. Lang dropped the mark, had Birchall for company, and the latter did really well, just couldn't keep it in play. So if you've just joined us, 3 goals for the game so far, each of those coming within the first 5 or so minutes of play. The Saints undefeated so far, only allowing 13 points per game so far this season. They were one of the better defensive teams in the competition last year, and so far that has carried over to 2024. The Cats looking for their first win of the season after 31 and 96 point losses the last 2 weeks to Carlton and Box Hill respectively. They've got a hold, which is going to go the Saints' way. Tregellis, who's one of their prime movers in the middle of the ground, just pops it up for the Flyers. Fuller at the back. Guttridge decided not to fly in the end. Gets away from one, but not the second. And that's good, desperate defending from Geelong.
Sophie Maher, the tackler, did well. Plummer receives the short pass by Foot in the back pocket. Formerly with Carlton VFLW a number of years ago. Drives the kick up towards the wing. Stewart was there. Evaded one. Unsuccessful with the second. That was plain, and the umpire will call for it. Near side wing. Tossed up. Front position Torpy. Gooden. Free kick though. And Wrigley now. Ran towards the middle. Drives a kick up towards centre half forward. Crashing the pack was Aughty. Tregellis in there as well. Gets it out towards Torpy. And then Torpy on the boot. Up towards Hunt. Hunt couldn't take the mark. At the back was Phillips. Weaved away through. Tregellis again. Well done, Fuller. And then the hand pass to Friend. Village at ground level. McDonald with the hand pass towards Stewart. Under some pressure though, Ryan was able to get the hand pass for the Saints. It's picked up though by Hines. She was dispossessed of the football. Tregellis in there again. Strong tackle from Fuller, not rewarded. Umpire required as she locks her arms and will toss this footy back up.
Great intent from both sides early in this second term. Torpy thumps it towards Lang, who's dispossessed. She's tackled dangerously, according to the umpire. Gives it off to Ricardo, the ex-Collingwood player. That's a beautiful ball. Hunt dropped one, bounced off her chest. Has time to recover though, swings it towards goal, and it was all part of the plan. She's got 2, and that takes her to 7 goals, 1 for the season. She is proving a handful for defences in the VFLW.
And that's one of the better goals she's kicked this season. Spilt the mark, and then the follow-up effort was tremendous. And put it through with the snap-on goal. High degree of difficulty to execute that, but did it to perfection. So 2 goals for her in this game so far. 3-4-22, playing 1-2-8, 5.5 gone, second quarter. Back in the middle, Gooden and also Torpy up in the ruck. It was a good contest. Strong tackle there from Hines, and then the ball comes out. Saints kick up towards half forward. Taking the mark, Friend gave it off towards her teammate there, and Lang back up towards Hunt. Couldn't take the mark on that occasion, went to ground. Walton did well, wraps her up. And at full back we'll have a stoppage here for Geelong as Hunt goes back to the goal square. Aughty up in the ruck here for the Saints. She knocks it forward. Gooden still going. Stolen away though by Friend. Friend to the middle. Lang was there. Just missed it on the hand pass. Stripped of the footy. Ball comes out. Walton again with the tackle. Lang goes in again. Fuller. Ball's been kicked up. It was high. And now McDonald looking for options. Walton in the back pocket. Kicks out of the immediate danger, but it's going to come right back because Boyd's got it over the top, but spilling it at a crucial moment was Ella Friend, who missed last week, but back in the side today, and the umpire is going to toss this footy back into play.
Leading ball winner on the ground, Friend. She's got 12, Nicolitsas 9. For the Cats, Fuller has 6. Gooden left it behind, Phelan. Couldn't quite get the hands free. McNeil didn't see Hines coming. And that's what she does best, Ali Hines. The captain of this Southern Saints side. Averaging almost as many tackles as disposals on the season. 11 tackles, 11 and a half disposals. Couldn't create something dangerous there though, as Larkins clears the danger for the Cats. Matthews couldn't handle the half volley. Foran had time to turn, but didn't look where she was kicking. McDonald, the only player there. Out wide to Birchall now, who can get it and go. Long ball to a 2-on-1. Foran wins it. Mason, not a lot she could do there. She was heavily outnumbered, and the Saints go forward again.
So Duttridge, centre wing, out of side. Looks up, eyes to the middle. It's a dangerous kick. It might work here. Nicolitsas got round one, got round another, drives it long. Hunt is there. Foot race towards the pocket. Walton socket off the ground, out of bounds on the full though. And so Hunt will take this from the pocket. A tough angle. Let's see what she can conjure up here. Looking for her third of the morning so far. And
she's going to
have to come off the blood rule here, so
she'll be filthy.
She will be filthy. Phillips will take the kick now. Hunt comes from the ground. Now it's not going to be Phillips. It's going to be Phelan. As Hunt comes from the ground. A bit of claret coming from her knee, so
it's not a lot.
Not much at all.
Unlucky.
Hooting in disappointment as she came towards the bench, but it will be Phelan now, who will take her kick from the pocket. She was off to the races then. The umpire said, no, you've got to come round, back on your line. Now she plays on. Can she steer this one through? It's across the face towards the pocket, and Sharp ensured, Taylor rather, ensured that one went out of bounds, and the umpire's going to toss this in.
I can almost hear Chloe Hunt from the bench saying, I would have kicked that, but I guess we'll never know. Josh, as we get the ball thrown in, it's going to be Friend and Gooden to do battle in the ruck. She'll get patched up and back out there very soon, you suspect. Friend takes it out of the ruck. Has her kick partially smothered. Birchall overruns it, opens the door for Ryan. Just kicks it towards the top of the square. Orton. Phillips flashing through. Ryan gets another crack at it towards the top of the square. Taylor couldn't hang on to the mark. And Plummer's in a world of hurt. Umpire letting this go. Ryan trying to break through the clutches of the Cats' defence, but couldn't. So we'll have it tossed up. Dangerous spot here for the Cats. Don't want to concede another one. They'll start to feel like this game is slipping away. As crazy as that sounds halfway through the second, but they're having to do a lot of defending. Birchall to Groot, camped underneath it. Lang came off the bench to effect the spoil. Taken by Boyd. Lang. Back to Lang. Kick smothered. To Groot. The endeavour is good from the Cats, and that ball stayed in. Boyd dragged off it by Plummer. Still alive, but Wrigley eventually sees it over. You can't fault the endeavour of the Cats. They're just unable to put it all together going forward. Foot skills perhaps just letting them down a little bit. The Southern Saints are a very good defensive team though as well, as we mentioned in that opening term. Conceding only 13 points per game in the season's early going. Torpy will win herself a free in the ruck. And she's going to drive it long. To the contest. No mark taken. DeAngelis crumbing front and centre. The bounce will be all important. She doesn't get a good one. And a solid hit as the ball goes through for a minor.
Well, that was Brad in the goal square. It was flattened. May have been able to run into an open goal. So Plummer to the middle. Mason. Strong hands. Steers it to McDonald. And then McDonald wanted to cut inboard again, but not a great option in the end. Ferran takes the mark for the Southern Saints. She switches things to the outer side of 2-on-1. And Duttridge marks on her chest. Just holds things up. Left foot kick towards half forward. Taylor running onto this, but doing well. Tregellis got it towards her teammate. Comes back to Tregellis, but holding the ball. And so, well done there by McNeil. Girl from South Warrnambool. Just chip it short. McDonald again. So McDonald assessing her options. She's got grand plans up the line. She sends it in that direction towards Mason. Mason at the back. Got the hand pass away. Up towards Pratt. Geelong come forward. Sharp inside attacking 50, but Lang read it best. Running off half back. She kicks towards the outer side. McDonald was there. Swings the hand pass back towards Fuller. Fuller a toe poke off the ground. Went through Duttridge, her hands, and then it's kicked forward again for Geelong. McNeil wrapped up strongly. Umpire lingering. And looks to restart play at centre half forward here. And there's a free kick, Michaels, and it's going the way here of the Southern Saints. So I'm not sure what that was for, but they've got the footy in hand.
Yeah, didn't quite see that either, Josh, but it's going to be Audie to come away with it, and this could be really dangerous. Ball clears the pack. Phillips gets rid of one tackler, sidesteps another, wobbles it towards Hines, who just couldn't handle it, and a promising attack comes to an ignominious end for the Saints. Now the Cats a chance. It's opening up. Ma sends it towards Mason. It's an awkward-looking kick. Foran able to get there first, and she's able to clear the immediate danger. Her foot skill's not great, though. Torpy was held. And that'll just calm things down for the Saints. She knows this ground very well, Torpy, a former Sandy Dragon. She's played a lot of footy here over the last couple of years. Phillips takes on the player on the mark. Ryan under immediate heat. Only as far as Gooden. And the high ball is intercepted by Matthews. Father-daughter pick of the St Kilda footy team. Hunt back on the field. Can't take the mark. Here's a chance for DeAngelis. Didn't get any purchase on the kick. Hunt went the bump there instead of the tackle, and it allows the Cats to clear the danger as Sharp finds Bryant.
So Bryant on this near side. Right up back for Geelong. Stabs the pass short to Groot. And another short kick. Just marked there by Pratt. Right at her bootlaces. Pratt. Told to play on by the umpire, and 50. So against Boyd, she ran off her mark before the umpire said play on. And so this will bring Geelong just inside their attack. Brianna Pratt, too far out to score. She pops that kick short though, and McNeil takes the mark.
Could be the piece of good luck the Cats needed, as McNeil's going to line them up. She'll have to cover a fair journey with the kick though.
She will. 40 metres out, slightish angle. Kicking towards the Sortner goal end of the ground, and standing strong in the pack there was Ferran, who's been terrific in defence, and she'll repel their attack.
Dangerous ball over the head of Matthews. Had support though from Ryan, who just puts it on the boot in the direction of Wrigley, playing her first game of the season. And she can't make anything happen there. She's taken the ground. Did get it free to Ryan though. Walton used the body well. She's well tackled though by Hines. She can't get rid of that footy. Perfect tackling technique from Ali Hines. 3 minutes to go in the half. Dangerous ball into the middle of the ground. Lang provides support. Tregellis little fumble. Back to Lang. Trying to find a path forward. Kick not quite intercepted. Saints with plenty of numbers around this ball, and they work it forward. DeAngelis. Phelan has to sit underneath it. Ma able to get the fist on it. Fuller had to be quick. Walton sweeps it wide to Plummer, who cuts back inboard and drives it up the corridor. McKeegan able to handle it. Doesn't have anything to go to inside 50 though. So they're going to have to play this patiently, the Cats. The Saints providing lots of pressure. And we'll get a stoppage in the middle of the ground. Every single Geelong player had pushed forward, and that meant the Cats had nowhere to go by foot. Gooden directs it down towards Ma. Sharp, always clean. Not her best effort by foot though, as it's cut off by Orty. Or Boyd it is.
So Boyd in the back half of the Southern Saints. Got round McNeil well, not quite. McNeil clutching onto the tackle. She was stripped of the footy though there by Ricardo, and the umpire will call for this one. So McNeil did really well to place the pressure and then force the stoppage. Torpy. Back infringement though, and Gooder lost her mouth guard in that contest. Gooder. 55 metres out from home. Gooder sends it long in towards the pocket, but Ferran again. Terrific judgment of the footy in front. Mason was caught behind for Geelong. Ferran, that's a dangerous kick. Torpy, was she taken high? No. Fuller in there. Torpy goes in for a second crack. She has support out wide, but applying strong pressure for Geelong was Ma. The Saints though have the numbers as they kick to the outer side, but it's cut off again, and Orton for Geelong looks to the outer side. Kick not great. Ryan on top of the footy and gets a free kick for a push in the back against Marr. So Ryan dabs the pass short towards the boundary line. I know it was there. Now up towards half forward here for the Southern Saints. Fuller chasing it. Cranny got it towards Walton. And now Taylor on the boot. Towards the boundary line. Taylor again as the siren sounds. And it's half time here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval. The Southern Saints lead it 3-5-23. Geelong are 1-8 goal kickers. And here's Michael Pepicelli with the call of the second half.
Chloe Hunt's got 2 goals as we get underway in the second half. Sharp's been thrust into the middle of the ground. Gooden over the top of it. Needs to be careful not to drag it in. Doesn't matter because the ball comes free. Where Torpy holds things up. Torpy with strength. Sweeps it wide for Guttridge, who overran it. Plummer. Check side kick, inside 50. Chaos ball might work. Eno left it behind. Stewart and Mason collided, and that makes life a little bit easier for the Saints' defence, but good pressure from the Cats ensures that it won't be going too far as they make the first attacking move of quarter number 3. Tregellis, DeAngelis, now Guttridge. Friend was influential in that opening term, used her body well, opposed to Orton, the former netballer. Still very new to the game, but she lays a good tackle there.
So this one will be tossed up on centre wing. A minute into the second half. Torpy and Gooder. Torpy knocked it down. Sharp tracked it back towards the boundary. Still Sharp and Hines. Hines received the footy. Sharp again, but the umpire will call for it. And don't forget the rivalry between the VFL and the SANFL returns in 2024 today, this afternoon as well. Game to played at Glenelg, so you can catch that on the screens of 7 as Plummer sends this one up towards half forward. Toe poked forward there by De Groot. Just inside attacking 50. Mason got it up towards McNeil, who pops the kick up towards the goal square. Rolling ball. Ryan on the last line of defence playing goalkeeper. Concedes that for a minus score, and they escape danger for now, the Southern Saints.
First score for the Cats since halfway through the opening term. As Boyd drives it long, Fuller misjudged it in flight. Sharp paddles it to herself, then runs into trouble. Ball does spill free. McDonald hooks it around the corner, gets over the initial one-on-one. It's going to bounce all the way. And the Cats needed that one. They're right back in this thing as Abby McDonald puts it through.
Well, terrific result. It's just what they wanted to start the second half. And McDonald, who has been terrific today, has put that one through. And that might inspire something in this second half. They're not far away. It's game on again. Of course, I think you mentioned Michael coming off 35 disposals in round 1. Missed last week, but great to have her back in the Geelong lineup again today. So back in the middle, Gooder and Torpy. Torpy knocked it down. Nikolitsis was there. Torpy again. Nikolitsis over the top with the hand pass. Ryan inside 50. Walton at the back with the fisted spoil. Ryan goes in again. Kicks it up towards fullback, but McDonald, who kicked that previous goal, at the other end of the ground, defending. Walton now. Her kick cut off by Orty. So the Saints to restart the attack. Orty inside 50. A piercing kick That was impressive, ultra impressive, and Ella Friend was on the receiving end of that one.
Just terrific ball use. Not something you see too often from the big rucks, but she did a really good job there.
And so Ella Friend to kick from a 45-degree angle, 30 metres out. Good to have her back in the side as well after missing last week. Ella Friend comes in, the kick is on its way, and it's dead straight. Another quick response from the Southern Saints. 4-5-23 they are.
It just seems like the Saints are able to keep the Cats at that 2.5 goal sort of distance whenever challenged. Such hard work for the Cats to go and score that goal, and just like that, it's back out to a 14-point margin. If you just joined us, the Saints led it by 7 at quarter time and 15 at the main break. As we get play restarted in the middle, Fuller left it behind. Plenty of bodies over the top of the ball. Spills free. Chance for Ma. Drives it long into attack, but reading the ball in flight beautifully was Boyd. And she's in no mood to sit and wait. Gets it out towards Brian. McNeil did well, though, to win the contest outnumbered. Needs support. Gets it from Bryant. Just 17 years old, playing her first game at this level. And Ryan's got her wrapped up. Chloe Bryant, a member of the Geelong Falcons. Usually finds herself playing senior footy today as Gooden has given away the free kick to Torpy in the ruck. Just got her high, a little bit crude, but Torpy able to get up and take her kick.
So Torpy looks up. The kick is central, sharp through her hands. It was picked up. Spills out the back though. Larkins kicks towards the outer side of the ground. Pratt cleanly grabbed it at ground level. The kick inboard. Hines was there, dropped the mark, but got it on the boot straight away and did well. DeAngelis takes the mark. Spins around, up towards half forward. The target there, Aughty. And now Taylor did well initially, but ran into some trouble. Aughty again. Taylor on top of her with the tackle. Ball still moving around at ground level. Still moving around, Fuller involved. And now we're going to restart. As Ma picks herself up. Tossed up again. Gooder. Sit down. McNeil ran into the brick wall that was Courtney Aughty. And we've got another restart of play. A couple of metres away from our previous. Torpy. Meal. Hines involved again. Ball not going anywhere. Bit of a stalemate at the moment.
They've got it at centre half forward, the Saints. They lead it 4-5 to 2-3. DeAngelis runs back into traffic, dispossessed. Torpy tackled by Taylor and taken to ground. Friend has 18 disposals, also kicked the last goal. Ryan 17. Abby McDonald's worked her way into this for the Cats beautifully with 14 disposals of her own. As the Saints, can they make something happen? Guttridge runs onto it. Hunt will shepherd it through, but it's the wrong side of the post. It's now 4-6-30 to 2-3-15 in favour of the Saints. Cranny McDonald had to sit and wait with Brown bearing down on her.
So McDonald gets further up the line. Back at the drop. Lang tracks it back to the boundary. Kept it in play. Stolen by Mason, but incorrect disposal. So it's going to come back, and Ma, who was the tackler on that occasion, with Lang. Ma now with the footy for Geelong. Runs around, gets around Lang. Kicks up towards the wing. Can Geelong generate something from here? Fuller with the hand pass over the top. Ferran and Ricardo. And in there as well, Phelan. Fuller again alongside Pratt. Not going anywhere. Umpire will intervene again. And toss things up. Gooder up in the ruck. Bryant did well. Fuller wanted to come inboard but took too long. Hines wraps her up. Another restart of play. Hines getting the congratulations from her teammates. Contest again in the ruck, and Gooder with the free kick against Doughty for holding. So Gooder kicks towards the sharp direction, and she was held without the footy. So a free kick again for Geelong. Eyes diverting, looking for options. It's fairly congested at the moment, but she pops it up towards the pocket, and a good option it was, because Brianna Pratt was charging out on a lead and takes an uncontested mark. 40 metres out. It's a fair bit of angle to deal with, though. So Pratt, what will she do here? Plays her heading back to the goal square. She gets it on the boot. It might just fall short. Has that been marked? Or it's a high tackle and an infringement, and Ferran will take it and switch towards the outer side.
Handball over the top from Matthews. Puts Ortney in a lot of trouble. And the Cats lock it in. This is what they need more of. They trail it by 15 halfway through this third term. Can they get someone on the move at this stoppage? Mason first hand to it. Matthews tackled by Sharp and not going anywhere. It's been a high pressure game, but open and flowing at the same time. It's been very enjoyable to watch. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on afl.com.au and the AFL Live official app. Rebel VFLW action round 3. As the ball's forced over the line. Friend 18 disposals, Ryan 17. DeAngelis 15 for the Saints. For the Cats, McDonald 15, Plummer and Pratt each have 10. Neither ruck gets a hand to it. Marr comes away with it for the Cats. Plain was the extra in the contest, got the fist to it. Guttridge goes to ground. Door opens for Pratt. Can she find a target? Mason not quite. Matthews will rebound with help from Foran, who needs to be careful. Collided with her own teammate. Stewart can't make them pay. And the Saints get out of danger on that occasion.
Only just. They're pressing here, Geelong. Just feel as though they might have gained a bit of momentum in the last few minutes or so. Ricardo from full back, Plummer's there. Underneath the footy, Tregellis trying to chase her down. Tregellis did well. Claiming that one was out of bounds on the full off the boot of Lang.
Yeah, it looked like it, didn't it?
It certainly did. Umpire might have missed that one.
Yeah.
So this one will be tossed in now. And half forward. So Orty in the ruck. Knocks it down. Plummer tracking that one. Phillips read it well. Through the middle again. Lang found some space. She was able to duck out the back. Weaving around Lang. Gives it off to Ferran by hand. Ferran again over the top with the hand pass. DeAngelis concedes some ground. They go backwards to go forwards in the end, the Saints. Tregellis the target. Marr captured the crumb. And then spills to Birchall. Birchall on the boot. Middle of the ground. Was there a push in the back there? Umpire said no. Ferran with a tackle. Good pressure. Was picked up by Larkins. Sharp. Shoved into the ground. McNeil. And then Orton. Again. Sharp in there again. Tregellis with the tackle. But it's high. And so a free kick here to Zoe Larkins. with ball in hand. Sizing up her options. She pops it out towards the wing. Birchall to McDonald. They want it in this girl's hands. McDonald has been brilliant today so far. Again to Larkins. A couple of quick touches for her. She sends this one along into attack for Geelong. Torpy was there. Ferran with a kick off the side of the boot. The rolling ball, Wrigley was there, got round one. And then with the hand pass to Phillips. And now Nikolitsas escaped the tackle. Lang brings it inboard. Ball pitched on its point. Rolling ball coming through fiercely there. McKeegan gets it on the boot towards full forward. No mark taken for Ferran at the back. And then steers the kick to the safety of Boyd, who takes the mark for the Saints and says, girls, let's just slow things down.
The Cats are having a good quarter, but they just can't quite make it count on the scoreboard. They've only outscored the Saints by 1. To a contest. Tregellis able to force it over the line, caught behind. Geelong lost by 31 points in round 1 and by 96 last week. Both of those games coming in the friendly confines of GMHBA Stadium. Their first road trip of the season. Desperate for their first win. And if they can kick one more before three-quarter time, it would give them a real good chance of doing so. Phelan, only as far as McDonald. She's been terrific. As is this woman, Birchall, patrolling a wing. She does it so well. High ball. Fuller's underneath it. Couldn't quite take the mark. Chance here for Larkins. She can straighten up, send it goalward, and rely on the breeze to do the rest. The Cats are coming. They've got 2 in the turn.
Zoe Larkins has hit a nice little patch here. She's been really strong for them in this third quarter. She's become a reliable option in the midfield. She's been providing run and carry, and we saw that then with a goal. Beautiful finish. And it's game on again. An 8-point margin, 4-6-30. The Saints playing 3-4-22. Closing in on the final change. 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Really good game of footy, this one. And so back to the middle to do it all again. Gooder and Torpy up in the ruck. Torpy won it down. Plummer can't extricate herself from the tackle of Hines. Tossed up again. Gooder at the back. Fuller capture the crumb. Got round one. Hand pass to Sharp in the middle of the ground. Tracking the football was Duttridge. Fuller again. Sharp gets it out. Larkins inside 50. A rolling ball, a foot race down towards the boundary line. Mason won the foot race. Hand pass inboard again. Mason wants it back. McNeil got round one, got round another. Kicks up towards the top of the goal square. The mark's been spilt. Fuller's there as an option. Wonderful tackle there from Ferran. Spills loose again, but the umpire will call for it. We're going to restart a play. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. This to be tossed up again. Torpy out of the ruck. Gets it on the boot. Phillips is there for the Saints. Goes out wide by hand to Duttridge, who kicks towards the outer side, but Taylor has taken the mark. Denby Taylor. Oh, and 50. So, just moving off the mark a little too quickly, and Taylor with a massive opportunity to put Geelong within 2 points, closing in at the final change. Good to see we're out in this Geelong lineup as well. Of course, round one was her first game since 2021. After she took a break from footy. Denby Taylor comes in. The kick is on its way and it's missing towards the right-hand side. A minor score. Opportunity gone begging potentially. 3-5-23 Geelong. The Saints are 4-6-30.
They've got 35 seconds to see off here, the Saints. Probably not enough time to go end to end, so they've just got to be safe. High ball. McDonald had it thumped away by Friend. Goes in again, does McDonald. And Friend drags it to ground. 10 seconds to go. Free kick. Going Geelong's way, but it's going to be the end of the quarter. Sharp can have a crack if she wants, or Gooden, in fact.
May as well.
Yep, she's going to do exactly that. She'll have to really get onto it. She'll kick from about 60, maybe 65 even. And she doesn't get enough on it. So we go to three-quarter time with a 7-point differential. The Saints 4-6-30, leading Geelong 3-5-23. A 2-goal-to-1 term for the...
Has the call in the final quarter.
It's all set up for a thrilling finish. The Cats desperately seeking their first win of season 2024. The Saints looking to go 3-0. And it's the Cats who go forward first through Ma. Pratt has the runner in Sharp. Can she find a target? Not quite. Coming up to meet it aggressively is Matthews. Father-daughter pick of the AFLW Saints. Gets it to Phillips. Tregellis. And now the Saints are inside 50. McDonald's dropped back into the hole and taken a courageous mark in front of Hunt.
She has, and she's been an important player for him today. Short to Sharp. McDonald providing the run. Gets it back. Takes a bounce. Runs on merrily through the centre of the ground. Up towards half-back. Kicking it inside 50 there was Birchall, and the mark has been taken. And Stewart has taken the mark directly in front, 40 metres out. And that was swift ball movement from Geelong. And it all started from McDonald at full-back.
She's missed a couple of opportunities today, Stewart. Let's see if she's got the radar working now at a crucial moment of the game.
To get them within 1 point. Stewart comes in, runs around. Olivia Stewart didn't hit it all that well, but it's been marked again right on the goal line, and Brianna Pratt will kick from point blank range. And so Pratt comes in and she butts it through, and it's back to 1 point. And it's game on here. Pratt with her first of the afternoon, and Geelong are coming.
That they are, and we'll see what the Saints are made of as well. They weren't really challenged last week by Darabin. They were challenged at times by Collingwood in round one, but for the most part they had it on their own terms. So this is the first time they've really had to go to work in the final term of a game, the Saints, this season. So we'll see what they're made of against a desperate Geelong side. Here's Plummer, can't quite break free. Tregellis, Gooden did well not to get high. Sharp extracts. Plummer gets rid of the Ryan tackle. Nikolitsas dives on it. Might be in trouble here. No. Umpire gives her the benefit of the doubt. Forward of centre for the Cats. Torpy's been good in the ruck all day. She wins another hit out. Nikolitsas couldn't quite take the ball with her. Gooden. McNeil. Ma, who's really come into this game in the second half. Matthews couldn't take the mark. Mason's got her. Does she have it too long? Umpire's got to make a decision. Letting it go an awfully long time, but she finally signals a Geelong free kick. and everything is going the Cats' way at the moment. Mason can either tie it up or put Geelong in front.
Big opportunity here for Mason. Of course, one of 3 players in this Geelong lineup on their AFLW list. But a massive moment of the game here.
She was a big goal kicker for the Falcons in the Coates Talent League. Hasn't managed one yet for the VFLW Cats, but she has now at a crucial moment. Geelong in front for the first time today.
As you say, Michael, massive goal. Massive goal. The momentum was shifted in this game. The third quarter, they were coming. They played with a bit more flair, and they've come out in this last quarter with real intent.
I'll just correct myself, Josh. It's her second goal at this level.
Second goal. So, Geelong in front. 5-point margin. 4.5 gone in the final quarter. In the middle again, Fuller. Hand pass out towards Cowan. Cowan wanted to get it to Gooden, but it's the Saints. Here's Lang. Tried to evade the tackler. She was wrapped up though. Tapped forward here by Fuller. Gets a nice bounce. Hand pass off to Sharp. Sharp at centre half forward. A hand pass over the top towards Pratt. Pratt running. She can stroll into goal. Gets it on the boot. And even better, they've got a mark. And Stewart has marked on her chest, basically directly in front. She had an opportunity moments ago where she didn't fully maximise it. This is now her moment. Stewart comes in and she kicks the goal. She wasn't going to miss that. Stewart with her first of the afternoon, and it's now out to 11 points in favour of Geelong.
Fair to say we didn't see this coming when the Saints led it by 15 points at the half, Josh, and the Cats were really struggling to put anything on the board. They went goalless that entire second term, and they've kicked 5 goals, 3 since half-time. The Saints have only managed 1 goal, 1. It has been all Geelong. But this is where the Saints can get themselves back into the game in the middle of the ground. Crucial centre bounce coming up. And they won't get the clearance because Torpy's given away the free in the ruck. Gooden has battled hard. Pokes it in the direction of Larkins, over her head. Socket on by De Groot. Matthews is going to meet this for the Saints. Gets to it, then is held in a strong tackle. And everything the Cats do in this second half just seems to work out. The tackles are sticking, the kicks are finding targets. The players are clean below their knees. Not exactly the Geelong side we saw in the opening 2 quarters of this game, as Hines is driven into the turf by Cowan. Still plenty of time, 13 minutes to go. Gooden had her kick smothered by Torpy. Hines, the tackling machine, this time on the other end of a tackle, and the ball not coming out.
Pulsating stuff at the moment. 7.25 minutes gone. Tossed up again by the umpire. Sharp. Eyes for the footy. Tracking it back to the boundary. And the lasso rule will come into effect off the boot of Wrigley. And so Sharp, with ball in hand, just stabs that one to Groot. Takes the mark. What are her options up the ground? She pops the kick up, further up the line. Big contest. Fuller was there. Torpy. Fuller again. Ball not coming out. Nikolitsis ensuring that one was locked up. And a stoppage. Gooden and Torpy. Torpy towards the boundary line. Ball stays in. Torpy gets it back. But her kick is wayward, out of bounds on the full. And so Taylor to restart the attack. Sends it up the line again. Inside 50. Torpy misjudged it at the back. She gets it though again. On the second bite of the cherry. Did well. Through the hands there of Taylor. And Brown evades the danger. High up and under kick, but McDonald stands strong. Takes the mark. Gives it off by hand to Taylor. Taylor round one. Takes the bounce. Back to half forward. Gooden's there. They fly. Oh, roving it well was Cowan. Cowan squares things up. Mason almost. Ball spills loose. Mason lurking again. Ricardo gets it on the boot towards this near side. Torpy doing the chasing. Can she get it toward Brown? Only just, but Brown under pressure. Ryan. It's a hot footy at the moment. Ball back towards the wing. Phelan was there. The Saints hunt direction. She went to ground. McDonald picks it up at her bootlaces. And then up towards half forward, but Ricardo will steady things and takes the relieving mark at half back.
Donald's playing mostly loose behind the ball at the moment and having it all her own way. The Saints will have to look at that if they want to come back and win as they go inside 50 off the boot of Plain. Taylor will be first to it. Pressure comes from Brown, but able to evade that easily enough. Mark couldn't take the mark. Has Walton in support, but ends up getting it to the line instead. And now a chance for the Saints to pull one back. In a good position to do so. Over the halfway mark now of the final term. They led it by 7 at quarter time and 15 at the half. And 7 at three-quarter time, the Saints. But they've rampaged in this second half, the Cats. Nikolitsis, little bit of space, puts it on the boot. All Cats, though, at the fall of the ball. Firth to McDonald. And now out wide, the Cats. Up the line, Mason the target. Foran's been excellent today for the Saints, and she wins another contest. Mason's got her. Did get the ball free. And the Saints will go forward off the boot of Matthews. Wobbly ball into attack. Cranny couldn't take the mark. She's got Phillips to contend with on the ground. Did well to get the hands free. Walton. And the Cats will get out of immediate danger. Long up the line to an outnumber situation, and Phelan intercepts.
So Phelan keen to move things on. Plays on to the middle of the ground. Nikolitsis takes the mark. Just ahead of Sharp. What will she do with this one? She sends it long. The hunt direction through her hands again. But at the back, the snap on goal is through. Well read by Phillips. And boy, did they need that one. Phillips with her first major of the afternoon. And that one ignited the fans.
Just one kick in it. Phillips, her first goal of the season. And what a time for it. She's been a good contributor today with 15 disposals. We've had 7 goals kicked in the second half. 5 of them have been to the Cats. That was just the Saints' second. Back in the middle. Orton in the ruck against Torpy, and the more inexperienced player will get the free. Former netballer Bridget Orton goes with the handball to Sharp, who spots Birchall out of the corner of her eye. McKeegan short. In for her first game of the season, Ava McKeegan. Long ball, Saints with the outnumber. Boyd couldn't haul it in. Fuller got Boyd high. And now the Saints just having the momentum turned back in their favour a little bit, it appears. Gooden with the height over Lang, couldn't bring in the mark. Friend did well, got it off to Wrigley, to DeAngelis, who's been terrific today. Looks corridor, and that's a good ball for Friend. The Cats have done well to get back in numbers though. McDonald is loose, a kick behind the play. Now she goes to play on Torpy, but the kick goes beyond them. Taylor's got to be the flyer for the Cats. DeAngelis did really well. Walton on the ground, just edges it towards Taylor, who saw off the Phillips pressure and got it to Birchall. High ball up the line. Larkins did well on the taller opponent in Nikolitsis.
Oh, she did. And this one will be tossed in. At the interchange gates in front of the Southern Saints coaching box. Tossed in. The intensity is lifted in this game. Lang captured the crumb. A hand pass Boyd. Lang again. The hand pass. Sharp just got boot to ball. But it's been cut off for Rand. For the Saints to restart the attack. Looks to the outer side. Oh, the mark has been spilt. Mason was there. Eno spilt the mark. Mason wrapped up. Eno did well. And a free kick is going Mason's way. So dangerous tackle. Mason gives it off by hand. Geelong inside 50 once again. But Ferran read that one. But she's dropped the mark at a crucial moment. And in the end, De Groot was able to wrap her up. And the umpire will call for it. So a stoppage here for Geelong. Dangerous at the moment. A 5-point margin. Torpy out of the ruck. McNeil and a free kick. A free kick will go her way. McNeil. So this, so Geelong looking for their 7th and to bring it out to 11 points. Jane McNeil from South Warrnambool originally comes in. The kick is good. Jane McNeil maximises that opportunity to full effect, and it's back out to 11 points and just makes things a touch harder for the Southern Saints.
It's going to be tough for the Saints from here. Not impossible though. 2 goals in 4 minutes is the equation for the Southern Saints. Conceded more points today than they had in the 2 games coming into today combined. Just make sure we get the players in their starting positions and we're ready to go from the centre. Torpy tries to thump it forward. Tregellis, Fuller couldn't bring her to ground. Foran's been excellent all day. Drives it long. Hunt comes up to meet it through her fingertips. Phillips roving. She's done it really well. Can't quite get the handball away. And the Geelong defence holds up. Fuller, Taylor has nothing to kick to. So she buys some time. McKeegan forced to just get it on the boot. Mason won't quite get to this contest. De Groot's there. Pushing the back. Going to Larkins, who's been terrific in this second half. And with 3 minutes to go, they might play a little bit of possession, the Cats.
So McDonald on the outer side. Drives it long up towards half forward. Mason, she had a bit of space. Got round one, Mason, on the boundary line. Can she curl this back? Oh, it would have been a remarkable goal. Touched on the line. So 2.5 minutes remain for the Saints. Things would have to be perfect from here. It would be oh so hard though. Ferran from fullback. Drives it long. At the back there was Friend. She's been terrific today. McDonald and then De Groot on the boot again. Inside 50, but free kick against Mason is going the way here of the Saints. And Umpire just telling Caitlin Matthews to come back to her mark. So Caitlin Matthews gives it off by hand. There's the top, right through the middle of the ground, but Plummer judges that one well. Sends them back into attack. Off hands, rolling ball towards the boundary line. Larkins tracks it back. Curls the kick back to the pocket. Or spilt mark. Mason comes in from the side. She snaps towards goal. Across the face. Ball still alive. De Groot. De Groot. De Groot's kicked it. And that's the sealer. De Groot has kicked the goal. Her first of the afternoon / morning. And Geelong have come home like a freight train in this final quarter of footy. And this is going to be a memorable win for them.
Certainly will. It'll be their first of the 2024 season. Abby McDonald has been immense in this game. 25 touches, the most on the ground. She's taken 10 marks and has laid 6 tackles, as well as we've got a Saint down, Josh.
We do. So just in that contest there, the trainers are out. And we'll try and get eyes on her. Nikolitsis, yeah. Who's been wonderful for the Saints today. So the trainers taking her over the boundary line, and the umpires have allowed Hines to come from the interchange gates. She'll have to run down to the defensive 50. Just sorting out their positions at the moment.
Yep, she's going to make her way into the centre of the ground now. And we're ready to go. So we'll have some time on. Added on. In the middle, Gooden tries to soccer it forward. Hines pounces on it, but then they pounce on her. It's been a 7-2 second half for Geelong. And they'll get another clearance here. McKeegan finds Pratt. They want to add another one, the Cats. De Groot. As the siren sounds on Geelong's first VFLW win of season 2024, they defeat the previously unbeaten Southern Saints by 18 points, 8-6-54 to 5-6-36. All single goal kickers for the Cats. De Groot, Larkins, Mason, McDonald, McNeil, Plummer, Pratt and Stewart. And for the Saints, Chloe Hunt was outstanding up forward with 2 goals. Singles to Friend, Lang and Phillips. Josh?
Yes, and leading